High five. Yeah, on the flip side.
High five. On the flip side.
Gotta support the team.
Well, you know, support the team.
I'll be back. We'll make out.
I'll be back. We'll make out.
Yeah, that's right. I would describe, Puddy. He was afflicted. I would say that Puddy, he wasn't terribly bright, but he was good with motors.
All right, how about the next time your car breaks down, you take that out of town?
I usually, the way I describe him is not the sharpest tool in the shed.
But the high five is just so stupid.
Oh, yeah? I'll tell you what's stupid. You, stupid.
I always wondered what Puddy and Elaine were doing together. I always imagined the sex must have been amazing, because I don't know what else he brings to the table. Just, dumbness and absurdity.
What is that?
I painted my face.
You painted your face?
Elaine would always sit there and just mouth agape, and she would be the audience. We would all vicariously, through her eyes, wonder what she was doing with this big, stupid guy.
Hey, how come people don't have dip for dinner? Why is it only a snack? Why can't it be a meal, you know? I don't understand stuff like that.
And he's supposed to be in one episode, and then I think the way that show evolved and the way Jerry and Larry at the time, looked at things is they'd find characters or possibilities that they would like and then exploit that. So Puddy, from the beginning, I'm not sure was exactly what they thought he'd be. I remember looking at the material before I went in, and I was in a room with a bunch of other guys, and I thought, Puddy's a New York City mechanic. He wasn't really written like that.
Are you doing my move?
What move?
What move? My move.
He was just a mechanic who Jerry had, confided in, guy talk about the move that he used on his gal, Elaine. And now David is dating Elaine and using that same move. That was the first episode. And so I thought, there were ways I could do it. I could do it like in New York City. Like a guy like that may be, my really crappy impression of what a New York City mechanic might be like. And I just made him like, yeah, that's right. Decided to go in a different direction. There are a few episodes that I really enjoyed. One was the hockey game, the face painting.
Oh, hey, you gotta let them know you're out there. This is the playoffs.
And when I sold Jerry the car, that was a fun one too.
My new salesman boyfriend took me out to celebrate his promotion.
Oh, where'd you go?
To a restaurant.
Arby's.
There were two episodes where I got to be a little bit more involved. There's new generations of Seinfeld fans, so it's something that never seems to go away. As long as I'm recognized as David Puddy, actually, that's a good thing, because that was now 20 years ago. So it's glad to know I still look like that guy. High five. High five. Yeah, on the flip side.
High five. On the flip side.
Gotta support the team.
Well, support the team.
I'll be back. We'll make out.
I'll be back. We'll make out.
We're the Devils.
We're the Devils! The Devils!
What is that?
That's the letter D.
Julia was great to work with. The whole cast was. I loved that cast, that main cast of the show. My wife and I would sit on Thursday nights and watch the show religiously. And and my favorite character was always Kramer. And I just always wait to see what Michael would do with that.
Dave's, painted his face.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Well, you got to support your team, huh?
He was remarkable to me. He was as big as a circus clown, but real. You never questioned the authenticity of this. You believe that this Kramer was a guy. And he wasn't like that in person. He just was a great actor with a really good work ethic, and just live and breathe it. It was so much fun to watch, but loved working with all of them. Julia was very, very sweet and gracious, and just pop in. They all made you feel at home.
Delish.
Delish.
Delish, short for delicious.
Oh, like scrump.
Where would I rank Puddy among Elaine's other other love interests? Well, he was her great love. She loved Puddy deeply. He could care less, really, because he had a lot of options. I only had one word in the finale, which was, all right.
Puddy, don't wait for me.
All right.
Yeah, Elaine's looking at David across a crowded courtroom, and she very dramatically says, David, don't wait for me. All right. No, he didn't wait. She gave him permission, and it was sort of before, the phone dating sites and Tinder and all that, but he probably put out, ads. He was probably in some kind of dating service. I'm sure they got together after she got out of prison. Because David always wanted, to sleep with an outlaw.